Okay, here we go. It's time to begin one of the most unique boss fights in the entire game, and I am being serious about that. I'm not being hyperbolic in the slightest. This is really unique. And totally not what I think anybody was expecting at all, in any way, shape or form, from this game. And I'm hoping I'm kind of not hyping it up too much, but, like, seriously. I certainly did not see this fight coming. At all. So, let's head up to the next statue of the goddess.
Beautiful as always.
It appears we arrive before our enemies. Now, to attach the professor's subspace stair circuit and spirit the statue away.
Right. Yellow, get that circuit out. White and I will handle the installation.
As long as Butterfinger's blue does not touch it, I have no problem with this.
Lay off already.
Look! Already things start to fall apart! You are a gremlin in the works, Blue. The fly and the ointment!
Hey, I didn't touch anything!
What is happening? Mama!
That freaking robot's trying to sink the entire statue into the volcano! This is not good. It will take more time to activate the subspace stair circuit.
So yes, we have another really wonderful Gagujin here to play about with. Thankfully this guy is a lot easier to defeat than the pain in the backside backed by the tower. You may be thinking, this isn't unique. Give it time. Just a little bit of time, and we will be there. Yeah, something that I didn't bring up when we first came across Gagujin is that obviously he does have a voice actor, or to be more correct, voice actors. Because Gagujin is voiced by J.B. Blanc, who is Wonder Yellow, and also Steve Bloom, or Blum, or however you pronounce his surname. And yeah, they do a pretty awesome job, considering how little he does appear. Now I will say, it's a lot easier to defeat this guy than he was earlier, because, like, seriously, he doesn't really do a whole lot. Like, he's always pretty much in attacking distance, and he's not got quite as wide a variety of attacks. There is a reason for this, because as you may have guessed, this isn't quite the main boss fight that we are facing right now. This is just the prelude, really. We are going to face off against the true boss by the end, because as you can see, this is a little bit of a lengthier boss than some of the ones we have faced before. Also, I'm really grateful that kind of pretty much every time we kind of go over a thing, he stops attacking. It makes things so much simpler. Also, he really doesn't seem to do that much damage to the statue when he's attacking, which is pretty helpful, because if we had to go through what we did in Operation 2, I think I would cry. Yeah, a really good tactic is unite bombing and then unite swording, or just sending the attack liner in. That always works a treat. It's a bit of a sneaky way of doing it, but it works. And really, if you're at least just trying to get through the game, that's really all you need. Competency is the superior thing than anything other than intense skill, I should say. Now, I really should have gotten used to his fake outs by this point, but evidently not. Thankfully, on the odd occasion, my Unite Guts are done just in time so that I can wreak mass damage on this fool. No, I swear, like, pretty much he starts to do, like, a really serious attack, and then he just kind of falls off. I mean, it's great for us, because he doesn't kind of give us that much grief. But it's just like, guys, Geathjerk people, you really need to work on where you kind of fight your battles. Because doing this sort of stuff isn't going to help you. It just makes it easier for us. Now that his health bar has gone, we're going to have a little bit of a change in how we control our wonderful ones. Yeah, sorry bud, that's not gonna happen. You're going down right now. It is not that simple, Green. It really is not that simple. That, however, was really, really, really lucky. That, however, was not. Oh, how convenient for you, Gagujin. Although that will prove to be your doom. Let's head on right over to that Gagujin and show him what we're made of. Because there's not a whole lot else we can do right now. I mean, we could continue to get hit by rocks, but I don't think that's going to help us at all. So yeah, this is what the inside of a Gagujin looks like. It's controlled by smaller enemies. So we've got some Chudagoos and also some Dogus, because they're always fun. Thankfully, massive Unite Sword sorts out the problem every single time. And now, rather awesomely, we're going to take control of this Gagujin. Oh yeah.
That was close.
But we live on the edge of danger, no? Excellent piloting, Red.
I did nothing. Really?
Let us figure out how to get this thing moving.
Dude, cakewalk. It's gotta be this button right here. That was close.
That was close! What do you think we are? Some stupid daredevils living on the edge of danger?
Didn't your mother ever tell you to keep your hands to yourself?
Guys are harsh.
Let's see, what button? Oh yeah, here, this is it.
Black, you know how to operate this thing?
Ah, the so-called always bet on Brack to operate electronic devices. Rock and roll! Mission accomplished! Now, let me get us the heck out of here already!
You dimwit! Stay out of it! Sit down in the back and read one of those blasted comics you love so much!
Yeah. Gotcha.
So yes, we get to play with a Gagujin, and this kind of control scheme may look somewhat similar to those of you who have played a certain franchise that Nintendo own. If you don't kind of recognise the reference just yet, I'm sure you will by the time we get to our actual boss. This is just an actually very kind of clever tutorial for the controlling the Gagujin, because to succeed in facing off against the boss, you really do need to kind of have these skills under control, because otherwise you will suffer greatly. And I do mean that seriously. Literally, this boss will kick your ass if you do not get used to these controls. I mean, it's not that difficult to come to grips with. What's more difficult is the boss itself. I mean, this section's really easy. It's just unfortunately rather long and tedious. I wish it wasn't quite as long as it is, because, well, for a variety of reasons. One being that there is an extra bottle cap associated with this boss fight. And should you fail it, you will have to do this entire long segment all over again, which is not fun. Because basically the bottle cap only links to the final, well, the final main section of the boss fight, which makes sense because of what the bottle cap is and what you have to do to get it, but it's still mean as all hell. Now, one thing that's really pretty awesome, you can't see it right now, but on the gamepad screen, you actually have all of the wonderful ones inside the Gagujin control panel, kind of pushing buttons as you kind of fight with it, which is pretty awesome. And oh dear.
So, you're the sniveling worms who dare to defy the Geathjerk Federation Supreme Armada!
Identify yourself.
I am the mighty Wolfa, brother of Lambo. You may have made his acquaintance.
You're his brother?
Long way to come for revenge. Too bad I gotta get all Valiantium up in here. You're gonna split just like your bro.
It was actually Red doing the splitting.
Stow it, fact checker.
Make no mistake, it is not revengeance that motivates me. I exist only to serve Geathjerk Supreme Overlord.
Absolutely brilliant Metal Gear Rising Revengeance name drop there. Well done, Walther. Well done.
Geathjerk Supreme Overlord Jerginga, you say?
Now we're getting somewhere.
We got something for your leader, Lizard Lips. Luca, stay back.
Invader, what do you want with Earth?
Us, the invaders? An interesting way to look at it.
What's that supposed to mean?
I have no intention of revealing our purpose here, but not to worry. You wouldn't live long enough to appreciate the knowledge anyway.
And here we go. It's time for our actual boss fight against Gagujin.
Tremble before the almighty Gagujin. Prepare for annihilation.
Wonderful 100. Diplomacy has failed. Team, unite up!
Oh, would you look at that? It's an absolutely brilliant Punch-Out reference. Yeah, this is basically a Punch-Out fight. Kind of comes out of nowhere, but it's just pretty awesome and pretty insane. And I believe the song that happens during this boss fight is called Punch Punch March. I think that's correct. I'm pretty sure Hideki Kamiya did really want to have the Punch-Out theme in this fight, but Nintendo wouldn't let him for whatever reason it was. Now, the way that you have to tackle this fight is look at his eyes and eyebrows, because those will tell you what he's going to do next. Also his mouth. So if he does his mouth, he'll shoot the laser, and then the eyes/eyebrow will tell you which arm he's going to be punching with. And that is how you are supposed to dodge. Now, as I said before, there is a bottle cap associated with this boss fight, and that is to not get hit during it. Which, as you can see, is easier said than done. Also, whenever he swings back, you've got to make sure to jump, but you've got to do it very quickly. So yes, if you don't get hit during this boss fight, you will get a bottle cap. Which is probably one of the more difficult bottle caps in the game, because not getting hit during this is a pain in the backside. Particularly because getting hit a single time means that you then have to do the entire boss fight all over again, right from Gagujin all the way through the lava section, and yeah, it's not fun. Also, never ever ever do that. If you want to use the super special laser, you've got to wait until he's stunned, i.e. he's got the blue star things going around his head. Otherwise, he's just going to hit you, and you aren't going to be able to use it to knock off a ridiculous amount of his health. The other thing that kind of is really helpful is getting the knockout punch thing, because if you get three of the platinum star things, you can bring some serious pain down onto this guy. And I mean ridiculously serious. He will not know what hit him. Now, Walther, as well as Lambo, are voiced by Bob Jones, who hasn't really been in a ridiculous amount that is kind of noteworthy. So he was Bagheera in the Jungle Book 2, Sneezy in the Lion King 1.5, as well as voicing Sneezy in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. He is a voice in Puss in Boots. There's Giuseppe, or I don't quite know how to pronounce that. He also voices Gremlin Gus in Epic Mickey. And then, yeah, I mean, King Valos in White Knight Chronicles International Edition, and he's voiced Kingpin in the Spider-Man 3 game. But other than that, there's not really a whole lot. Now, that move where he does the multiple hit, I absolutely despise. I think, well, I don't know what you're supposed to do to get out of it without kind of getting hit. I think you've got to dodge, but it might be blocked. I have no idea. Anyway, he's already dead, so take this, Walgagujin. Considering how badly I failed at you when I first played the game, I'm very, very, very proud of that run. And also now we have to fight Walther, who is going to go down about as easily as his brother. In fact, even easier, because we have Unite Claw now, so we can cause havoc. So, Walther and Lambo are twin brothers, although they are complete opposites. So Walther's kind of calm, cool, collected, whereas Lambo gets very emotional and exaggerated. But you will notice, potentially, that Walther is blue, Lambo is red, that they are brothers of opposite personalities, both wielding swords. And by saying that, you'll probably recognise that Walther and Lambo link up very neatly to Virgil and Dante from Devil May Cry. So Lambo is essentially Dante, and Walther is essentially Virgil. Also, Walther wears like 3 medals on his uniform, which possibly links into his rank as the 3rd officer. But he's about as dead as Lambo is now, so take that, Walther. You didn't really stand a chance, dude. Like, your big, massive robot stood more of a chance than you did. And oh dear, it's exploding. Let's get out of here as quickly as... Oh dear. Oh, he's not dead yet? Oh. So yes, we have a fun little chase sequence here. A little bit more frustrating than it should be, because you cannot use health items during this, I believe, which really does make it a pain. Thankfully, you don't get damage for ramming into the sides, at least not into the lava-filled bits. I've never tried it going into the lava bits. But yeah, irritatingly, it does cause a lot of damage, and obviously if you die in this, then that will affect your final grade. And this is a bit longer than you would hope. To be very honest, that's a running theme with a lot of the things that happen in the Wonderful 101. There are certain things which outstay their welcome, sort of. This bit of the boss fight is one of them. It's just like, come on guys, just like it to be over, and thankfully it is. And now we get to do something that's very similar to something that happened in Bayonetta, of kind of getting out of a lava-filled area by firing at things rapidly. And doing it in a quick-time event as well, because always have to do that. Okay, Walther, take this. You are dead, dude.
How could you beauty humans have possibly defeated me?
Funny, your bro said the exact same thing.
What?
You might not care about your bro like most people do, bro, but think of it this way. We're giving you a chance to make it up to him. In hell!
Impressive send-off, Blue. Of course, all you had to do was stand there with your arms crossed, looking good.
You're corking.
Good work, team. The super reactor's power output has stabilized. We'll leave the rest to the Gaia Defense Army.
Operation 005 complete. Flight path is clear. Red, Prepare for laser lock-on.
Righto, team. Only one super reactor remains. Let's finish this.
Roger.
And there we go. Operation 005 is finally complete. Took us a while, but it's done, and I will accept a silver for that because that was appalling. I have since, I believe, gotten better at my epic punch-out skills, but I'm still nowhere near good enough to be able to do that fight incredibly effectively. So, we've had quite a few kind of varying levels. We've had Grassy Town, we've had the city centre, we've had fighting on planes, we've had underwater places, we've had a lava-filled temple. I wonder where we could be going next. Because if anything, there really seems like only one particular trope that we haven't particularly covered that is a staple of video games. I wonder what that could be, eh? Sure you'll all find it very interesting when you do finally see it. Also, let's get Unite Blade Glider. It's not going to really do as much good, but I want it anyway. Either way, let's head on forward to Operation 006. Oh yeah.